Hello, my name is Bill Banks. Assalamu alaikum barakatuh barakatuhu. And I want to talk about this book that I read when I was only 20 years old. This book, The New World Order, that was written by Pat Robertson. Pat Robertson of the 700 Club. Once upon a time, Pat Robertson was a man of God. Yes. If you read this book, this is a must read, especially for the youth, because I'm pretty sure they never read it. Most of them. This is a must read because if you read this book, you know exactly what's going to happen to America over the next 10 years. When Pat Robertson published this book, he received a lot of backlash, which, in my opinion, is which caused Pat Robertson to sell out. Now, I read this book myself, and Pat Robertson makes it clear early on in the book that this book was not an attack against the Jewish community, that the Jews were in fact being used as figureheads to hide the identity of the true leaders of the cabal. Anti-Semitism allegations. The book was widely criticized for utilizing anti-Semitic conspiracy tropes, with critics noting it echoed themes from historical discredited literature about Jewish bankers controlling world finance. The Anti-Defamation League, ADL, intervention in 1995 after a review in the New York Review of Books highlighted the book's content. The ADL publicly called on Robertson to denounce the worldwide Jewish conspiracy theories presented in the text. In response to the criticism, Robertson released a statement to the New York Times in March 1995 expressing regret that his description of European bankers was interpreted as referring to Jews. Content and impact. The book, which was a bestseller, accused a tightly knit cabal of trying to establish a one world government. It was criticized for recycling tales of international bankers and using, in some cases, word for word theories of conspiracy from early controversial authors. Now, to sum everything up as quick as possible. Now, this is what Pat Robertson said. This book can be bought on Amazon. I am not saying this, you fact finders, you fake news people. This is what Pat Robertson said. So if this book still can be published on Amazon, I might not get no violations of spreading misinformation when you can easily buy this book. This is fair use content, okay? Get it right. Now, what Pat Robertson is saying is it's not the Jews who is in control of everything. So those were completely false allegations put on Pat Robertson. What Pat Robertson's saying is that America has lost its sovereignty ever since the Federal Reserve Act was signed, and is in fact the British Crown who leads America, and it's in fact the Great Britain who is using Israel as a figurehead to get us in all to these world and get us in all these worlds, which is going to inevitably stretch our military far too thin and bankrupt the country, and will inevitably bring down America so it can be a part of the New World Order, which is truly the UN or the World Economic Forum and things of that nature. So what he is saying in this book, that there is a great conspiracy to bring down America's power so it can be a part of a world government and no longer a sovereign nation. And you can already see the breadcrumbs leading to there. You can use your own common sense to see that's exactly what's happening right now. So I recommend this book to everyone, The New World Order, written by Pat Robertson. And hopefully when he reached the hellfire, his punishment won't be so severe because he decided to write this book and he make his way to paradise. This is Bill Banks signing out with I want you to expand your mind. Peace.